Okay. Um, Thank you for your time. And here in Greece, we are thrilled to have you.
Well, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
You are carrying the Finnish flag for the Eurovision contest in Turin. Whose idea was it to take part?
It was my idea, actually. Um, I took a big hit of COVID personally. I was really devastated and depressed too when we had to stop making concerts and pretty much had to stop everything we're doing. I'm so I'm kind of born to do this, play concerts and having that interaction with the fans. So I started really feeling sick because we were not able to play any concerts in 2 years. And so I got this idea like, hey, there's this Eurovision thing and this could be something. And then I wrote this song that was kind of sounded like a song that could work there. And that became Jezebel later on. I think that has something to do with COVID has something to do with this.
Yeah, I believe so. Um, are you excited about the contest? How is it so far?
Yeah, very excited. We had the first rehearsal a couple of days ago. We saw the stage. We saw the venue. Looks really great. It's about 5,000 people capacity. People are still kind of very close to us, and the stage is huge. But we decided to be very close to each other on stage because we believe in the energy and the chemistry between us players. So we wanted to, be near to each other to have the best show we can possibly do. And also we want to see that at home, when people are watching the show on TV, we want to have them experience the fun and the joy and the things that we are feeling when we are playing and singing together.
You wrote a song, Jezebel, for the contest. Who is Jezebel? Is there a story behind that song?
Yes, Jezebel name came from the Bible. In the Bible, it's mentioned there's Queen Jezebel was living 500 years before the Christ, and she actually was a very bad person, horrible woman. She did horrible things, but at the same time, she was very attractive and very beautiful and very kind of seductive. So she was very interesting character in the history books of the Bible. So that was where the name came from. But our Jezebel is more living in the modern world, and she is a independent, rebellious, dangerous girl who's in control of her life. And I can relate to that myself. I mean, it's about a girl, but it could be about anyone who's feeling like they are living their life how they want, and maybe a little bit at risk and putting a lot of effort to be what they want. And sometimes it's not very easy, like myself being an artist for all of my life, the last 30 years. I've had to fight for it. I have had to struggle sometimes. It's not the easy path to walk trying to be an artist, but it really pays off. It's fun. I love to do it. And it's the only thing I could think of doing.
What is the feedback you have been getting so far from the fans and the press about the song?
Very good feedback. A lot of people say it reminds them of the older Rasmus, like something we used to do in the beginning of 2000. And we agree, it has some flavors of the old songs we used to do. And that's also why we wanted to bring this yellow color to the stage and to this song, because it sort of reminds us of the history of the band. And we used to have this yellow color a lot back then. So really good feedback. Yes.
How hard was it during the pandemic? Did you try to write new material or you try new things?
It's very hard. We decided to try it. We wrote some songs so that we were in different parts of the world. Like I have a home in Hawaii, and our bass player Eero, he lives in Australia, and Aki and Empu live in Finland. So we had to work from 3 different continents over the Zoom or like on laptop screen. And it was really bad. I mean, it was really hard to get anything good done because we were not in the same room, feeling the energy and, you know, that sharing the things together. I don't really enjoy talking on the phone or, you know, like on the screen. It's really bad, but we tried to do something instead of just lying at home. We really tried hard, and some of it is pretty good, but I believe in this thing that you come together, you play together, you know, go for the breakfast together, you do stuff together. That's when the good ideas usually come. But I gotta tell you that Greece has an important role when it comes to writing Jezebel. So first I wrote this idea of the song in Hawaii in my home, and then I called a friend of mine, Desmond Child, who is a very legendary songwriter and a producer.
Yeah, we know it. We know him.
Yes, and then I told him that I have this idea. We should try to go to Eurovision. I have this song, and he said like, "Come here, come to Greece. I'm on Folegandras, and come here. Let's write it together." And the next day, I flew from Hawaii to Folegandras. It took me 35 hours to get there, and
wow,
and it was such a great trip and really worth it because we wrote this beautiful song together. And this island of Folegandras is very unknown to us because we went there about 14 years ago. Last time we wrote this album called Black Roses there. So we have like a connection to Greece in this sense. And also, I got to tell you that we will be performing in Greece at Desmond Child Rocks a Parthenon. He's going to have a concert next to the legendary Acropolis.
Atticus Odeon, I believe it is.
Yes, on the 27th of June. So the Rasmus will be playing some songs there as well. It's going to be Desmond Child, of course, and all the hits that he's written in his entire life, which is amazing. He's written songs for Bon Jovi and Alice Cooper and Aerosmith and multiple different artists. And it's going to be a wonderful night.
Yeah, an unbelievable night. But Desmond Child is one of the best
Right.
in songwriting. Yeah. Live gigs or studio recordings, which one is most intriguing?
Well, I prefer live gigs over anything else. I think that's the best part of this cycle we always do. I love to write songs. I really do. I love to work in the studio and record them. Interviews, I don't like so much. It seems like 90% of my time I'm talking to someone and only 10% playing and singing, especially right now. But I really love to play. That is like the cherry on top. When we finally get to the tour, which will happen later this year, we're going to start the tour in October, and we will play at least like, I don't know, 6 months. And that's going to be really fun to travel to all these countries, meeting the fans, getting those energies from them and experiences and hearing their stories and meeting new cultures, learning about them, trying different foods. It's just amazing life that we have and that we're living. So that is the part I look after the most.
Open air festivals or small clubs?
Small clubs. I think for 260,000 people, it's like crazy amount of people, but it's really impossible to try to reach these people. You know, I prefer the small gigs. They somehow feel more personal.
You are one of the most successful bands internationally. Is there anything else to accomplish?
Sorry, anything else that
To accomplish?
to accomplish? Yes, there are many things. I think we've been lucky to have accomplished a lot of things, and you know, being touring around the world. I think we have played almost in 70 countries, and we have sold millions of records, and we have fans all over the world. But there's still many countries that we never been to. Like we never played in Australia, we never played in China. You know, those are dreams that I would like to fulfill one day. Now being in Eurovision is another great thing, an opportunity for us. We are very excited about this. It really feels like something new. And especially now that we have a new guitarist, Emilia joined us last September, and together we have prepared for this Eurovision thing. And it's been fantastic to have something to do together as a new lineup, because, you know, like it really brought us close to each other with her. And these kind of experiences, like there's nothing else like this, you know. But I think to experience something new, you have to be brave and just do things like that. I mean, a lot of people would hesitate. A lot of bands, especially established bands, would hesitate to take part of this competition because they think like, what if we don't do so well? What if we are the last, you know, whatever. They might think that it's going to ruin their career, but it won't. I mean, it's a great chance to play in front of almost 200 million people. If you get to the, you know, the finals, it's an amazing chance. And everything that comes along with this Eurovision thing that's kind of lasted the last 6 months has taught me so much. I've learned so much about myself, about our group, and it has made us so much stronger and to find and realize our own potential and identity too. So it's really, really good experience. I highly recommend it.
What inspires you to make music?
I get inspired by many things. Usually when there's a lot going on, like let's say right now, when I'm here in Italy, we have, you know, rehearsals, we have all these interviews, meeting a lot of people. Like today we had this gig on the street. We decided to do a little street concert all of a sudden. So we had this, just a tiny little amp and guitar and bass and vocal and just singing our songs on the street and seeing how people would react to it. And it was so inspiring. So I started thinking of new songs and I put down some ideas, and like whenever there's happening something and I'm on this kind of a spontaneous mood, I get very creative. So it's hard to say when the inspiration hits. Usually when I'm feeling strong and good, not so much when I'm feeling down and sad.
Thank you for your time again. And I have a request. Can you do a station ID for us?
Yes, of course.
It's Black Velvet Radio.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Yes. Hi, this is Lauri from the Rasmus. You're listening to Black Velvet Radio.
Thank you so much. And I believe you will be first in the European contest, in the Eurovision. I saw
thank you.
many songs, not my kind of music, but you were the most powerful.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank you.
Have a nice evening and thank you very, very much.
Have a nice evening. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.